guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is gonna be a long video, I can already tell you. I've got my May empties and my basket is so full this month. I don't know if I necessarily went through as many products or I've just got more bigger bottles of things, but it's a lot of stuff. And then I'm gonna go through all my empties, and then at the end I've got a little basket of makeup that I'm decluttering, and I'm gonna just run through it real quick and show you what I'm decluttering. I don't think it's worth its own video, but we're gonna go through that at the end. So this is my empties video for May. So these are all the products that I emptied out during the month of May, and I'm gonna go through and show you everything and let you know my little mini review on everything. So let's get going. Okay, wait. Rachel, let's go. How do you do your hands? Let's go. Okay. If you don't watch Things by the Burke, yeah, that's what she does. Let's go. Okay, let's get started here. The first thing I have is not totally empty, so I'm not gonna throw it away. But it's so close to being empty that I'm like, I'm just gonna put it in there for my empties. But there is just a little bit of this lotion still at the bottom. But this is Love Beauty and Planet coconut water and mimosa flower body lotion. I got this in my influencer box way back in December. That was the best box ever. And so I kept this on my nightstand by the bed, and like every night I would give me a little pump and I'd put it on my hands. Occasionally I would use it on like the rest of my body, but I pretty much use this on my hands every single night, and I really liked it. I need to remember to not throw that away because there is still a little bit in there that I can use. Next, me and my husband both use this. This is just the Ivory body wash. This is just the original. If you're looking for a good, gentle body wash, I think this stuff is awesome. So I definitely recommend that. We went through so many bottles of this and really enjoy it. Next is some conditioner that I have purchased several times, and I guarantee that I'll purchase it again. This is the Renpure Originals Biotin and Collagen Thickening Conditioner. I just get this at Walmart. It's pretty affordable. I think it's like between $3 and $4, something like that. Zero sulfates, parabens, dyes, gluten, all that kind of stuff. So for being like a not natural, but like, you know, the zero stuff in it, it's pretty affordable, I'd say, and I really like this stuff. It smells good. My hair is very happy when I use it, so I will definitely be buying that again. Along the hair route, I finally used up the bottle of Nizoral. So this is an expensive dandruff shampoo. I bought this at Walmart. I think it was around $14 or $15. Anti-dandruff shampoo, controls flaking, scaling, and itching. I got this back in January or February, sometime back, maybe February. I was having horrible dry scalp, and I would use this like a time or two a week, and I honestly don't know if this fixed my situation or I started using an apple cider vinegar rinse on my scalp, and one of those two things, or maybe the combo of the both of them, I don't know, fixed my situation. My dry scalp has been gone for probably a little over a month now. So I would say in the future, if I ended up getting that dry scalp like as bad as it was again, I would probably repurchase this. But finally went through that. It was small, 7 ounces of it. It's expensive stuff, but yeah. Next, I did go through one of my contact solutions, the Clear Care Plus. I did finally go to the eye doctor this month. I hadn't been in like 2 years, and I've got like a new eye contact prescription and everything, but I'm still using this same contact solution, so there's that. Next, we used up some Crest Gum Detoxified toothpaste. I went through several bottles of this, and I think it works pretty good. This isn't specifically for sensitivity, but I feel like it helps. I have pretty sensitive teeth, like around the gum line, and I feel like this stuff helps pretty good. It's Gum Detoxify, so I will probably purchase that again. Next, okay, I got this body wash in the Dot Box for April. This was from the brand Basic. I think it's like a smaller company, Basic Bath and Body. This was just a body wash, but it was an exfoliating body wash with handmade with organic brown sugar, coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, honey. This stuff was so good, and it was in the cutest little bottle, but this stuff smelled amazing, and it was very good for exfoliating, and I really enjoyed this. But yeah, I got this from Dot Box, and I thought that they were going to be sending me boxes every month, but because I did get their box for April, and I absolutely loved it. This was probably one of my favorite things I got in that whole box, but I didn't get a box for them in May, so I don't know if they just sent me one box or what. But check out Dot Box if you want to, because I did really enjoy the box that I got from them. I've actually got several face washes in here. So the first one I've got is from Pharmacy. This was the Clean Bee Ultra Gentle Facial Cleanser. I got this in my very first Boxycharm. I think it was in February. Me and my husband loved this face wash. It smells like honey, and it just felt really nice on the skin, but we both really enjoyed this. So we were both sad whenever it was empty. Another face wash that I went through was this little Bliss Rose Gold Rescue. This was a gentle foaming cleanser for sensitive skin. I think I got this in a Target box. So the way I do my face washes is I keep one in the shower. So this was like my in the shower face wash that I had. And then I keep one out of the shower that I use when I'm not in the shower. And so this was one that I used that was just like of a night, you know, if I wasn't taking a shower or whatever, I would use this on my face, and I thought it did a pretty good job. My skin seemed happy with it. It foamed up really good, and I enjoyed it. Another face wash that I had, this was an exfoliator, a micro exfoliator. I got this in an Ipsy bag. This is from Skin & Co. Truffle Therapy Polishing Micro Exfoliating. Truffle Face Gommage. That's a mouthful. This stuff smelled kind of funny. I'm all about smells here on my channel. I like good smells. It did have a little bit of funky smell, but that didn't really deter me from using it. It was a pretty good exfoliator, and I would just use it here and there and finally used it up. I don't even know how long I've had this sample, but I did use that up. And then I think that was my last face. No, wait, no. Okay, here is a doozy. Okay, so I got this in a glossy box. This is from Naria. This is a Rescue Rebalancing Cleanser. I used this several times, and I wasn't too crazy about it because it didn't really foam up like at all, and I just didn't really like the way that it felt on my skin. My husband used this for about a week, and he started breaking out horribly, and I was thinking, well, what in the world, what's wrong with this? So I was reading on the back of this bottle, and I had no idea. It says right here that it says caution, contains an AHA, which that means alpha hydroxy acid. So I don't know much about that, but I think it's some kind of like chemical exfoliant type thing, if I understand it right. And it did not agree with his face at all. And like I said, I wasn't really enjoying it either. So there's still quite a bit of product in here, but I think I'm just gonna throw it away because we don't like it. And I don't know anybody in my life that would want to use it. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that one. Next, I used up some of my very favorite moisturizer. This is the Purlisse Energizing Watermelon Aqua Bomb, and I got this in an Ipsy bag, I believe, or something, I don't know. And I love this stuff so much. It's such a good, lightweight, oil-free gel cream moisturizer. I just love the way that it sits on my skin. Let me see if I can get a little bit of it to come out. You can kind of see it there, right here on my finger. It's just a really, like a water-based. I would say, kind of moisturizer. I don't know what it is about this stuff, but I love it. Very tempted to buy the full size, but I think it's pretty expensive. But I love this stuff so much. I've got a sample of it, just like that I'm going to be taking to Florida with me on our vacation because I know that I love it. Another moisturizer that I used, I finished up actually today. This was a little sample I got in my Allure box this month, I believe. This is the Amore Pacific Moisture Bound Rejuvenating Cream. This is a super expensive product, like 150 bucks for the normal size. I got to use this for probably a solid week. It was okay. I still like my Pure Release one better. It was like a typical kind of moisturizer, just like a white cream kind of stuff. It did have an interesting scent, but I have been having a little bit of breakouts, but I never know what that's really contributed to, if that has to do with a moisturizer or a cleanser or whatever. But it was okay for what it is, but this is not something that I would be like, yes, I want to spend $150 on this. Next, I have a little Gillette men's deodorant sample. So I got this forever ago in some box, and obviously this is for men, but it's the clear gel. It was the clear gel kind, and my husband does not like that kind. So I actually ended up running out of deodorant, so I used up the sample. I'm not crazy about the gel kinds either, but I used it just because it was there, and yeah, it did the job, I suppose. Next, I have this Foxy Bay Flamingo Leave-In Cream Conditioner. I just finished using this today as well. I just washed my hair this morning and used it as a leave-in, and I love this stuff so much. It smells amazing, and it always made my hair like just so silky and soft and just very brushable and exactly how I want my hair to be. This is sulfate and paraben free too. So I think I got this in an Ipsy, but I really did like that. All right, I've got some foil packets here. I used up this Hask Kalahari Melon Oil Deep Conditioner for your hair. I really honestly don't remember much about this. It didn't wow me at all, so yeah, I really don't know about that one. Oh, this one was fun. This was the Pure Aura Cosmic Shimmer Hologram Foil Mask. I actually got this in my daily goodie box. This was the funnest mask. So it was actually, let's see, I think it was 2 pieces. I posted a picture on Instagram, on my Instagram story, I think, when I used it. But it was 2 pieces, and it literally looked like foil on your face. It was really fun, and it actually was really, really moisturizing, and I did enjoy it. I did use up one of these sheet masks. I got this from Peaches and Petals. This is just a avocado sheet mask from my beauty spot. Just a typical sheet mask, moisturizing, whatnot. That's about it. That was the only sheet mask. All right, I guess I used 2 sheet masks this month. That was it. Then I used up the sample of John Masters Organics. I got this in a door box. This was a repair hair mask. This sample really was not big enough for my whole head of hair, but I really didn't notice much from it that I liked, so yeah. Now, the rest of the stuff I have in here is makeup items. I typically don't have a lot of empties for makeup. Okay, I used up this Rimmel Stay Matte Mattifying Loose Powder. One of you guys recommended this to me a while back, and I loved this. I'm pretty sure I will get it again. It was just like a loose powder. I'm one of those people that once I put on my foundation, I have to put a loose powder on. I put it on all over my face, not just on certain spots. I do it all over. So I feel like I went through this pretty quick. I think I've only had this for a couple months, but I really, really liked that. So whoever suggested that, thank you. Next, I used up the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer. I loved this primer so much. There's still a little bit in the bottom, and I cannot figure out how to get it out of there. There's probably like 1 or 2 more uses in there, but I really liked this stuff. I got this in my very first Boxycharm, I believe, my very first one. And this was awesome. It made my skin feel smooth before I put on foundation, and I just really, really enjoyed that. Next, I have a mascara that just eventually dried out. So I thought I would throw it away because I'd been using it for months and months and months. This is from Unique. This was the Moodstruck Epic Mascara. This stuff was pretty good. Like I said, I'd been using it for so long and it was just time to say goodbye to it. Next, I've got a little eyeliner here from Tarte. If you can see that. This is the Sex Kitten eyeliner. I got this forever ago in an Ipsy bag, and there's still like a tiny little nub left, but I had used this and used this and used this, and I was like, okay, I'm done with it. So there's that. Next, I used up this that I got from Ipsy too. This is a little foundation sample that I got from Yenza. This was a BC foundation, full coverage foundation, and it also had SPF 40. Surprisingly, it took me quite a while to go through the sample. I used it a lot. It was very full coverage, and I did really enjoy this. It was full coverage, but it was definitely a more dewy kind of foundation. This was in the shade Light Neutral, and it honestly matched me pretty well. So I did really like this. I think this is a pretty expensive foundation though. So, yep. And then very last in my empties, I've got this. Now, it's not completely empty yet, but it's close enough that I included it for the month. This is from NYX. This is a matte finish setting spray. This is only the second setting spray that I've ever used in my whole life, and I have been using it pretty much every time I do my makeup because I'm like, I just want to, since I've got it, I want to use it. I think it makes a big difference for me. I mentioned last month I had my other setting spray I'd ever used. I emptied out last month, and I have a bad habit of like, I don't know, just different facial movements, like chewing on the inside of my mouth or whatever, and I end up getting like crease lines down here. And I feel like when I use a setting spray, I don't get those lines as often, or they aren't as noticeable. So I do like this stuff. So that was all my empties for May. Now, if you want to keep watching, I'm going to run through some makeup that I'm decluttering really quick. Okay, this one is the hardest thing ever for me to let go of, but this is the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. I have had this bronzer for probably like 5 years. This was like the product that made me fall in love with bronzers. There is still some product in there, but I hit pan like forever ago, and I've got different bronzers that I'm using now, and I'm gonna put this little guy to rest. So I've got a few blushes here that I'm getting rid of just because I used them and used them and used them, and well, actually this is the one that I used and used and used, and I'm done with it. I don't see myself like picking it up again. Most of these products are items that I've had for years, or they're products that I just did not like and I'm getting rid of them. But this Pixie blush, I really, really enjoyed it. It was awesome. Just had it forever. Now this one is one that I just didn't like. This was a Maybelline Dream Bouncy blush. It was like a weird cream blush, and I just could not ever figure out how to use it, so didn't like that. This one was a weird cream blush too, from Space Case. I got this in Ipsy. If you can see that, it's like a funny texture too. It's like a cream, and I just did not like it at all, so Oh, here was another one too. This was a Manna Kadar blush that I used and used and used. Done with that. Oh, here's another blush. I'm throwing away lots of blushes. This was a Kat Von D blush, and I did not like this at all. It looks cool. It's got the two colors in it that you can swirl together, but literally I could not get this to like show up on my skin. I don't know what the deal was with it. I did not like it, so there's that. Next, I've got this Estee Lauder. This is a foundation, if you can believe that. It's inside there. You push this little button and the foundation comes out. This is the Double Wear foundation. But this stuff I've had forever, and like whenever I pump the foundation out of there, it looks all oily and stuff. It just looks weird. So I think it's time to throw that away. I did get quite a bit of use out of it, but the shade was always a little off for me. I actually got that for free with Ipsy points. Moving along, I've got this is a cream eyeshadow stick from LOC. This was just a pearl kind of color. I used this, but this is something I think I got this in a Birchbox forever ago. Just don't ever pick it up anymore. This was the Maybelline Master Prime. This was a long-lasting eyeshadow base. I remember using this quite a bit when I first got it, but I just stopped using it, and it appears to be pretty dried out at this point anyways, so there's that. Here's a mascara that I had from forever ago, and I just had never thrown it away because I used it, but it got pretty dried out. This is the CoverGirl Peacock Flare. I don't think I liked this very much. Yeah, this is a weird brush for me. I didn't really like that. But I did use it, and it's just old, so I'm throwing it away. This one is so hard for me to throw away, but I've had this for probably 3 years or so. A mascara. I've had it for 3 years or more. This is the Maybelline Great Lash, but this is blue mascara. I got this in an Influencer Vox box, and I actually wore this quite a bit. But like I said, it's old. It's time for it to die. I've got a couple brow products here. All right, this right here, this was the very first brow product that I ever used. This is a powder from Maybelline, and it doesn't even look like I've done anything to it, but I used this stuff for years and years, and yeah, I don't even know how long I've had this, but this is the Ultra Brow Brush On Color. It was just like a powder that you put on. This served me well. Next, I've got another Maybelline product. This is the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Pencil. I didn't really like this. It was, if I remember right, it was pretty waxy for your eyebrows, but I just don't foresee myself picking it up anymore. I've got a couple little samples from the balm that I've once again have had for many years. I've got the Cindy Luminizer, and I use that quite a bit. That was probably my very first highlight that I ever had. And then this is Frat Boy, which is a blush, and you can definitely tell that I use that quite a bit. This is a blush. It's a sample, but I use that like crazy. So there's that. This is from Douce. This was a bronzer I used. This was just a little sample. You can just see the back of the pan here. It's just still in this plastic, or in this packaging, but I used this like crazy. And then this is just a little eyeshadow duo that I never really used, and I've had it forever from Manicadar. And then, oh wait, here's another little bronzer sample from Elizabeth Mott. And then very last, I have an e.l.f. palette. So I think I got this in a Target box like well over a year ago. Highlight, blushes, and a bronzer. None of these were pigmented enough to even do anything. Like, I gave these a fair shot, and they did not even show up on my skin at all. So I was really excited about this because it was like my first face palette ever, but it was horrible. No pigment. Alright guys, this is a super long video, so thanks for sticking around if you're still here. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already, because I post a brand new video every single Friday. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!